Welcome to Living Life and Love. I'm your host, Mark Braxton from Raleigh, North Carolina. This is a global vitiligo awareness and education podcast. You will hear the true and authentic stories from people living with vitiligo. You'll also hear from their loved ones, medical professionals, licensed mental health therapists, relationship counselors, global vitiligo support foundations and organizations, community leaders, and so much more. Sit back and enjoy Living Life and Love. Once again, I'm your host, Mark Braxton from Raleigh, North Carolina. Welcome to Living Life and Love. I'm your host, Mark Braxton from Raleigh, North Carolina. So some of you may say, hey, his energy's different. He's smiling. He's not that serious. Yes, I am smiling because we just had our World Vitiligo Day conference in Tampa, Florida. They had such a wonderful time. We had special guests like Terrence J. and Winnie Harlow show up to grace the vitiligo community with their presence, but not just about gracing us with their presence. Guess what? They came home to be with other people just like them, living with the condition called vitiligo. Well, I want to talk a little bit, and then I'll get to something else special at the end. You know, in our community, we talk a lot about normalizing living with vitiligo. And I often ponder, how do we do that? How do we normalize living with vitiligo? And one of the things I've always come up with is just live your life, you know? And with that, I'm not normalizing vitiligo. I'm normalizing being a human being living with vitiligo. You know, I want people to see my humanity. I want people to see who I am as a person and how I interact with others and how I treat my students and how I treat my family, my friends. I want them to see the many sides of Mark, you know. And I just want to take a moment to talk about how I normalize living my life with vitiligo. Well, first of all, you know, to live your life, that means to do the things that you always wanted to do. So if I'm going to an arcade, I'm going to go to an arcade. If I'm going to the movies, I'm going to go to the movies. If I'm going out to eat, whether with someone or by myself or with the group, I'm going to do so. And I'm not thinking I'm going as a person living with vitiligo, and I'm gonna keep doing that so y'all see that I have vitiligo. I'm doing it as a person who is intentional in what they are doing. Like if I'm going to eat, I'm going out to eat. If I'm going to the movies, I'm going with the intention, the purpose of going to see a movie. If I'm going to just hang out with my friends and talk, that's my intention, to hang out with my friends and talk, but not necessarily talk about vitiligo, but just talk about life in general and just who we are as people. That's how I normalize it. Another way I normalize living with vitiligo is through interacting with others through this podcast. You know, I'll talk about vitiligo, but I'll talk about other stuff. Like there's so many other things that impact us as human beings that we need to talk about. One of my future podcasts is coming up shortly. We'll talk about fear and anxiety. That's so important. There's so many of us that deal with fear, so many of us that deal with anxiety, and we're not living with vitiligo or any other condition. We're just living and we deal with these things. So I want to talk about that with the panel of people. And then, excuse me, another way I truly normalize living with vitiligo or just living my life in general is talking about my vulnerabilities. You know, I'll talk about having asthma. I talk about having allergies and all this stuff. You hear me go, yeah, I'm clearing my throat because, well, my allergies are kicking in. You know, it's hot outside. Just in case y'all haven't noticed that, it's really hot out there. It's like the temperature is oven, like on full blast. That's what the temperature is. So yeah, I'm just being realistic with myself and with other people to show that I'm human. You know, I know sometimes we look for moments of perfection in a world that's imperfect and with people that are imperfect. No, I'm just being human, sharing my humanity. Yes, I come with these other things besides vitiligo. This vitiligo, this vitiligo. Okay, this hyperpigmentation. You see it's a little darker here. It is what it is. You know, I come with asthma, so I keep an asthma pump with me. If I can't breathe, then I can't do my podcast. I can't do anything else. I have allergies. I have to take allergy meds because I'm allergic to grass and trees and cats and all this stuff. And people always got a different solution. Well, you should try this. You should try this. You should try. Maybe you should try it because I've already talked to my specialist and we know what I need to do for my condition, and they've studied this stuff. Anyway, it's a whole nother story about people who are Facebook medical professionals that can share with you all the remedies for everything that don't exist. Okay. But another way I normalize living my life with vitiligo, being a human being living with vitiligo, is through my creativity. I like to write poetry. And with writing poetry, I like to recite my poetry. Reciting my poetry, I like to add music to my poetry. So now I am writing, I'm reciting, I'm adding music to it. And then from there, I will create a music video. Know some people are like, oh, AI is horrible. It can be. You use it for horrible purposes, but I'm discovering using AI to enhance my creativity, and I'm having fun with it. Like I have a couple of poems that I wrote that I added to music, and I started making little music videos to it. And I was like, I'm having fun with this. So that's one way I normalize being a human, living with vitiligo, is through my talents, through my creativity. God gave me gifts, and I'm going to use them. I remember a conversation I had with my mom a long time ago, a galaxy far, far away. Not really. Um, I said to her, I feel like I was, I had a blessing and a curse. And I explained that, I can create beautiful art, but yet my hands look like this. And it didn't go over well. Yeah, she kind of, in a very nice, loving way, redirected my thought pattern to not see my skin as a curse. It's not a curse, but to see my life as a blessing, not just to me, but to others. And if I can bless people through having this podcast, if I can bless somebody through my teaching style, or I can bless somebody through being creative, whether it's through writing or drawing or some story or acting. And yeah, acting. So I said acting. I'm not an actor. Never claimed to be one, but I think if given the opportunity, somebody want me in their movie, I'll jump in it. I'll be like, hey, put me in Terminator 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever number they're at. Put me in Mission Impossible 45, and I'll stand on the corner and be like, no. But we bless people through the things we do, but we also normalize being a human through the things we do. Yes, I will get an opportunity to do some acting. Not on Wasn't on purpose. I was kind of drafted and I said, yes, I'll do it. And now I'm like, "Ugh, I can't back out of this." So I'm gonna have fun with it. And that is a great way for us to normalize being a human being living with vitiligo, because we shouldn't have to hide. People live each and every day with various challenges, various things, whether it's emotional, mental, physical, spiritual. I say that all the time. And I want people to see that no matter what I look like or anybody else, I'm being a human being. If I'm going to act, I'm going to go out there and act. If I'm going to sing, I'm going to turn it down because I do not sing. Don't ask me to sing. You don't want to hear those notes. But like, I enjoy being creative, and I'm going to use my talents, as I said, to bless somebody. Who? I don't know. I don't know. If it's one person I can reach, let me do that. Let me reach that one person. That's all that matters. One life, one person. Sometimes we want to bless everybody. We want to reach everybody. We want to change everybody's life. It takes one person, just one. So at the end of this conversation, I have added 3 music videos that I created. It's all done by me. Yes, I've used a BandLab app to make the music, um, and to record. I've used Canva to record, and I've used chat to help out with some of the images, and I use Canva to enhance those images and change it. I use all these different products that are there for us to enhance what's in here, to bring it out, to make it live the way I want it to live. Um, so you'll see three separate videos at the end of this conversation. They're music videos, and I had fun making them, and each one has a different message, but they're all messages about love and relationships. Hey, this is called Living Life and Love. You see that love over there. You got to live your life, live it with love. And for some of us, that's loving ourselves. And for some, that's loving somebody else. Whether they want to be loved or not, you still love them. Show love. And each one, I haven't decided which order yet, but each one has a meaning. So you watch it, see the images, see how the images play out, listen to the words. They all have a meaning. And maybe somebody's going to hear one of the songs and say, "Ooh, I think just like that. Oh man, I wish I had that experience." Or, I just experienced that. Wow, I was just thinking about that. And that's just, normalizing being a human being with vitiligo. You make connections. Last thing I want to say, I'm smiling and happy because just in case y'all didn't know, I live in North Carolina. If you haven't listened to the podcast, you might say, I don't know where this guy is from, but I said at the beginning, Mark Braxton from Raleigh, North Carolina. So Raleigh is the capital city. There's another place that's really huge, down south. That's Charlotte. So every year we have our World Vitiligo Day conference. As I mentioned earlier, it was in Tampa that people had a wonderful time celebrating. Well, next year, that's the year 2026, just in case you don't know what year it is. Sometimes we forget, like, I don't know what year it is. Lots happening in the world. We forget. But next year, 2026, World Vitiligo Day Conference will be held in North Carolina, either in Raleigh or Charlotte. We'll figure it out. Either way, we are going to have a wonderful time. We're going to have a blessed time. Some people might cry. I don't know. People might be crying like, "Hey, my family, I missed y'all." Some people are going to be excited. Like, wow, I didn't know so many people rock the same skin I rock. Some people are going to walk out of there thinking, I'm inspired. I'm going to create my own community, or I'm going to reach out to my representatives to get that support that I've always been asking for, to get that proclamation, all these things, like it is life changing. The conferences are life changing to anyone who experiences them, whether you have vitiligo or not. I hope and pray that somebody joins us that wants to learn more, to find out how we live with this condition as human beings. We're humans first. Live with the condition, and to see us celebrate each other and embrace each other, and to see the doctors that embrace us, and to see the different organizations and that come around and say, you know what, we embrace you too. We love you guys. We're here for you. And it is such a big celebration. And I know somebody may say, and I used to even say, why am I celebrating having a skin condition? Well, we're not celebrating having a skin condition. What we're celebrating is victory over vitiligo, meaning we are living our lives to the fullest. And if we struggle, we have somebody that can say, I got you, my brother. I got you, my sister. You can celebrate and still have challenges. You don't believe me? Wait till your birthday rolls around. Some people celebrate their birthday, but still have other challenges. Vitiligo doesn't go away. How we look doesn't go away, but how we see ourselves and how we celebrate each other in our triumphs, and or walking with somebody on their path, on their journey, so they can share their story with somebody. That's what's important. That's what we're going to celebrate. Okay. I've said enough. I sure did, but I can keep on going, but I'm not. You've been listening to Living Life in Love. I'm your host, Mark Braxton from Raleigh, North Carolina. Conference may be in Charlotte, but it could be in Raleigh. As I always say, make sure you love someone. That's very important. Love. There's so many people out here that desire love, but they don't get the love they want. And sometimes they get the love they want, but it's not the love they need. and we struggle with that often, whether you're male or female, doesn't matter. We struggle, you know, whether you're single or married. Sometimes we just struggle with love, loving ourselves, loving other people, loving people that we don't know, looking at the news, and we might struggle loving somebody that lives across the country that has different ideologies of you or different thought processes or different lived experiences. Sometimes we struggle loving people just because. But let's take a little time to love each other. And as I said before in one of my old podcasts, Burt Bacharach said it perfectly. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. So go out there and love somebody, and then listen to the videos after this so you can learn a little bit more about love. All right, y'all take care. Peace. I dream of a day when my love lost is renewed. What are dreams if no one is present to share them with you? My visions are dreams that sometimes come true. Even my dreams become deathly afraid of falling in love too. What is a love story without true love? What is true love without real affection and hugs? Hugs without reciprocation are just meaningless acts. A love story is just fictional drama when communication lacks. Energy exchange between two is a life force you can't take back. How do you keep a derailing hope for love from falling off track? Time passes, we change, our lives become rearranged. Love is strange, it drives some of us insane. Searching for love from the heart, a journey through the frigid cold to the monsoon rains. Master your thoughts, keep the storms of life tame. Once true love remains, your life will never be the same. You know what you can feel. Wounds can be healed. From a kiss in the night, two hearts can tell when love is real. Dreamgasm. first date, the first kiss, and the first hug. Feelings and emotions were completely unplugged. Unrestricted moments of impactful passion. Hours of souls intertwined for animalistic attraction. Be my co-pilot on this track into the everlasting. This journey is uniquely ours and never out of fashion. Much for us to learn in this romantic discovery. Be ready for every intentional moment of my delivery. No worries, I got you. I'm your comfort and protection. Don't focus on past mistakes, no need for correction. Again, lay back, relax. This will be our recess. Look into my eyes and tell me what's next. Nerves start to saturate as temps are on boil. Taking a mental snapshots as our hearts commence to coil. No surprise when you realize I'm here for you. You can Google my love. Everything I reveal is true. No underestimation of my skills. Just be ready to learn. Your past couldn't regulate, but now it's my turn. Don't let your heart be late. Be on time for our lesson. I'll be your El Professor in this love-making session. I'm tired of falling into loves that don't last. I want a love that's steadfast, that doesn't shatter like glass. I need a love that's present and future tense, everlasting, overflowing in pureness and never ration. My heart gets weary playing the waiting game. If you're ready for me, simply call my name. Dancing with the stars of the night, singing our song, telling me to stay strong until you come along. I sit tight, relax, and wait in my peace. My heart's in prison, release me, you have the key. Write me a letter stating that you love me. Kiss me under the moonlight as you hug me. Whisper in my ear once again that you need me. Love is in the air, let's share love discreetly. You and I exhibit timeless synchronized moves. Our love is harmonious, perfection, unbreakable and smooth. The rhythm of the song, our hearts dance to the beat, reminds us of a love that's constantly on repeat. You're the queen of my life, your touch is made of gold. Take my hand, our voyage is about to unfold. Whatever path we take, I'm on board with you. Friends or lovers, my love for you is still true. Sometimes I feel blind because I can't see you. I'm still trying to find you, but I have a clue. Prayers for your presence filled by daydreams. Love everlasting is the title of my theme. I need you to manifest into physical reality, and infinity and beyond, and love is my guarantee. I'm here waiting, facing time as the world stands still. Take my hand, hold it tight, show me that you're real. For too long my heart has been fasting. Now's the time for me to have a love everlasting. City lights fade, I'm thinking of you. Midnight breeze whispering truth. No more lonely nights, could this be our time? I've been searching for a love that's all mine. countless dreams. Now I see you're the rhythm and you're the melody. In the silence, it's you that I feel. Now it's time, baby, let's make it real. I'm here waiting, time stands still. Take my hand, baby, and show me that you're real. Heart's been fasting for too long. Now it's time for a love that's strong. Those lonely nights, heart full of doubt. Scars from the past, I'm tired of living without. Your eyes speak truth, melting fear from my soul. Silver moons in the night, hope starts to unfold. Hand in hand, we heal, letting trust lead the way. Finding light in your arms, turning gray skies to day. All the tears I shed have turned into gold. Now with you by my side, my heart's finally home. I'm here waiting, time stands still. Take my hand, baby, show me that you're real. Heart's been fasting for far too long. Now it's time for a love that's strong. I was wandering lost, searching for a spark, until you came along and lit up the dark. In your arms, I'm free at last. All the colors return, no trace of the past. Now, no walls too high, I'm giving my all. With you by my side, baby, I'll never fall. Cause I'm here waiting and time stands still. Take my hand, baby, and show me that you're real. Heart's been fasting for far too long. It's time for us to show a love that's strong.